Okay, fine. We'll see today's class. Right. Creation of the Maven project. I think everyone aware of it. Just will quickly see how to create the Maven project. What is the Maven project? Maven. Right. Just I will give you a brief idea about it. Right. If we create a simple Java project, right, we can also work with a simple Java project also. Right. I can create a normal Java project. I can also do the this setup everything. Right. Cucumber setup. But what is the problem here? Right. What is the problem here? If we create a simple normal Java project, right, we will not get the first thing project structure. Right. Just it will have a simple. If you observe here, what it will have just a SRC folder. That's it. Right. There is no proper structure. That means where I need to keep my Java files or resource files. Right. There are different types of files will be there where I need to keep it. Right. I have to create all those things structure. And one more important thing, how to build the code. Right. I want to build, compile my code, and I want to run my programs. Right. It is very difficult in this normal Java project. And also to maintain the third party libraries. We are working with the third party, right? Library Cucumber. Cucumber is a third party one. Right. We have to tell to our project. Right. We have to tell to our project use the Cucumber or TestNG or Selenium. Right. We have to inform how to inform that. Right. It is very difficult. We have to manually download the jar files. We have to add to the project library. Right. We have to download all the jar files. That is very difficult. Right. That is very difficult to download manually and add to the project and build the project. Right. It is very difficult in the normal Java project. Right. If you want to practice simple Java programs, it is very okay. This fine Java project. But if you want to build a robust application, right, to maintain the dependencies very difficult. To maintain the structure of the project and maintain the dependencies, it's very difficult here. That's why we always prefer to go with a Maven project. Right. How to create the Maven project? You can go multiple ways we have. You can go to File, New, Maven project. If you are able to see here, you can click on the Maven project. Otherwise, go to other, search for the Maven. Search for the Maven project. You will get the Maven project. Right. Here, just click on the create a simple project. Create it. If you want to change the this right, it will save in a default workspace location. Right. While opening the Eclipse, you will give you some workspace. Right. It will create a project under that workspace. If you want a different location, you can go with the browser, which location you want, you can. Right. I am using default location. It's better keep both different way. Right. Workspace is different, project is different. So that if anything, any issues happen with the workspace, sometimes it will corrupt because of some files missing or by mistakenly something we have deleted. Right. Then our projects will also be deleted. So keep it in separate location. Right, click on the next. Then we have to give the group ID, artifact ID. What is the group ID and artifact ID? Right, right. In the Maven project, these two are the important things. Group ID, artifact ID. Group ID usually like right. I am working in some company. Usually we will give a company names. Like I am working in a Google, suppose. Right, I will give like in the google.com. Right, we will give in a reverse way. Right, com.google. Right, I am working in some other company. We will give that. Usually, we have to tell that this is the project we are developing to that company. Right, just I will give you like a com.cucumber. Right, we can give any name. Right, it will not restrict, but that is the naming standards. Artifact ID is like a project. Right, what is the project name? Right, whether it is a project name we will give usually. Right here, just let me cucumber training. Right, version keep it like that. We no need to change packaging, the same thing. We no need to change anything. Just click on the finish. Right now, what is the advantage of it? Right, let me close this Java project. How to close? You can right click and close the project. Right here, see structure will generate automatically. Right, it will generate src main Java, src main resource, test Java, test resource, and then JDK is there. Right, these are the, and below is same as above. Right, right. We have to work with the above ones only. And then important file pom.xml file. Right, important thing pom.xml. Right, Maven is like a Maven. By using the Maven, we can build the our project. We can build our project in easy way. Right, if you want to see, sometimes this font is very less. Right, if you want to increase the font, how to increase it? You can go to Window Preferences. You can type in the search bar font. We will get the colors and font. Go to Basic text font. Right, you can choose whatever size you want. Right, click on Apply. Right, it will increase. Right. Maven is like it is a build tool. It will maintain the our dependent. We want a third party jars now. Right. We are working with the Cucumber. How Cucumber? It will just a simple project only. This is right. Folder structure. That's it. Right. How it will know we are working on Selenium, TestNG, Cucumber, or something. We have to add the dependencies. Right. We have to add the simple. No need to download and keep it manually. Just we need to add the dependencies. It will recognize those things automatically will download. Right. Just will give some sample Maven structure how it will be. Right. We will have a right our project. Right. We will have a local repository. Right. Local repository, and then we will have a remote repository. Right. Remote repository. Right. What it will be. Right. We want to work with the Cucumber. Right. In the remote repository, right, we will have a Maven repository. Right, we will have a Maven repository, public repository, that is right. All the jars we will find it in that. Right. Just if you open that, let me open it. Right, just how to open it? We can go to Maven repository.com. Maven repository.com. If you open, if you search for any dependency, you want to work with the TestNG or Selenium or Cucumber. We want to work with the Cucumber. Right? Just search with the Cucumber. Right, we require a Cucumber Java and Cucumber JN. Right. Here, this is the dependency. Just click on it. It will show the different versions. That means versions means what? They will do the modification enhancements. That means they will right. Whenever they will do enhancements, they will just change the version of it. Current latest version is 7.26.0. If you click on it, right, we will get the dependency. Right. We have to take this dependency, add it in our pom.xml file. Right. Just add the dependencies. Right. Under dependencies, add the one by one dependency. First dependency, suppose right Cucumber. Okay. Once you add, what will happen? Save it. See, it will download from the remote repository. It will download from the remote repository. Right. From here, it will download Cucumber. Right. Cucumber, whatever jar we will add, it will go here. It will search in the remote repository. Either it is sometimes you are working with the companies, they will maintain their own repository because of security reasons. They will not allow to download anything from public repositories. They will maintain their own repository, Nexus repository, right? Different repositories are there. They will maintain their own repositories. Anything. It will download from that remote repository to local repository. Right. Local repository is where in our system. I will show you. Right. Then it will add to our project. It will add to our project. Now, if you observe here, there is a Maven dependency. See, in our project, it is added Maven dependency. We simply added just this dependency. These many jar files are attached to our jar because it internally depends on some other dependency. Those we no need to worry about it. It will download automatically all these things. Right. Where is our right? Second time, suppose you have created one more project. Right. You have created one more project. Right. I want a cucumber here also. I have added a dependency in the POM file. Right. Then what it will do? First, it will verify in the local repository. First, it will verify in the local. If it is there already, it will take it. Right. If version is changed, again, if version is changed, it will go to remote repository. If it is the same version, right, same version is available, just it will pick it from the local repository itself. It will not go to remote repository every time. Only first time it will go remote repository, keep it in local, then it will get. If you are using for multiple repositories, it will get it from the local repository. If it is not available, then go to remote, download to local, then to project. Then where is our this local repository? You can find in your go to your right C drive, and go to C drive, users, and then your name. There will be a right a dot m2 folder. It will create one dot m2 folder. Right, see dot m2. Right, you can go to dot m2 folder repository. Inside it will download. How it will how to verify whether it is downloaded or not? We have to follow the structure. Right, first one. See, this is also a right. We have given group ID, artifact ID. Right, this is our own project. This is developed by someone else. Right, same structure. Group ID means like a it's like a right cucumber.io. That is the some company name URL. Right, cucumber.io. That is one company cucumber.io. Right, we have to go with first IO. IO is the one folder. We have to go IO and then cucumber. Right, next one is the cucumber. Then next folder is cucumber Java. This is the project name cucumber Java. Then go to what is the version 7.26.0. If you go here, see it is downloaded jar file, executable jar file and source code of it. Right, like this we can verify. Right, like this we can verify that jar file. Right, what is the advantage of this Maven? Right, it will maintain automatically all the dependencies. We no need to worry about it. Just we need to add the dependencies and it will take care of everything. Right, dependency management. And then project structure. It will provide some project structure automatically. We no need to worry about. Right. And then, right, what else? If you want to work with the cucumber, right, we'll start with the J unit. So we required one more jar file cucumber J unit. Right, I just will search with the cucumber J unit. Right, we can take this one J unit for cucumber J unit. Right, we will see in J unit 5 also how to work with. Right, keep this cucumber J unit, copy paste. Remove the scope tag. We don't require scope tag. Right, then it will also download from the remote repository to local repository and then it will add to our Maven dependencies to our project. Right, cucumber JUnit. See, it is added here. Right, internally it has a JUnit also. Right, we no need to again add JUnit. Internally, cucumber JUnit has a JUnit. Right, I think for now these two are fine. And then one more thing we have to plugins. Right, one more thing we need to add a plugin. Right, what plugin? Basically we required one compiler plugin. We required a compiler plugin. I think we need to add just let me copy paste it. Right, I already have it. Just let me. Right, what is the advantage if we add that file, right, plugin? What is, see, default it is showing 1.8. Right, 1.8. We want to, but we want to work with the 21. We have to tell to the project, right? Please use for this project JDK 21. Right, we have to tell by using that compiler plugin. We are telling that, right? Please use that. Right, we have to add like this. Right, we can search in the Google and we can also get it. Right, first we have to add the build under that plugins. Inside plugins, any number of plugin we can add. Right, one is the important compiler plugin. That means we are telling save it. Right, right. Yesterday's class we have already updated right in the window preferences right to 21. Already we set up. See, it is automatically changed. Right, we no need to worry about it. But the first step, yesterday's class we what we have done preferences. Right, we have to go to Java. Right, we have to go to Java, install JREs. First we have to add here. Right, we have to click on the add, click on the next, and then browse JDK folder. Right, first we have to add, then it will automatically, when our plugin is added, it will recognize it, it will add to our project. Right, I think setup wise for now, that those are all fine. And then next step, what is the next step if you want to import and right? If you want to implement a Cucumber, first step is what we have to work deal with the first we have to write the feature files. We have to write the some feature file. Right, feature file means it is a just we have learned all plain old right. It is a English language, right? It will contain a but syntax. What we will call that language? Gherkin language. Right, we can call it as a Gherkin language. We have to follow the syntax of it. We have to follow the syntax of it. Right, we'll see where we need to create it our feature files. Right, other than Java files, everything we will maintain under SRC test resources. SRC test resources. We can create the new folder. We can create the new folder under SRC test resources. Features. That we can create the features folder. Under this, we can create the feature files. Right. Suppose if you want to create just a file. Right. Let me create a login dot feature. Right. Login dot feature. Dot feature extension will be dot feature. Right. In test engine it will be dot XML. Right. Similarly here dot feature. Right, but to recognize these, right, Eclipse by default it will not recognize. We have to install plugin. In TestNG we will install TestNG plugin. Similarly, here also we need to install the Boomer plugin. How to install it? We can go to Help, Eclipse Marketplace. Right, open the Eclipse Marketplace. Search for that. Just wait until it. Okay, it's taking some time. Just wait for it. Right, once it is open, in the search box, just type the Cucumber. Right, Cucumber. Press enter. What happened? Invalid response. Right, just download the latest version of Eclipse. Right, if you are using old one, just sometimes if any issues are there, just download the latest one. Press the cucumber, press enter. Right, some happen. Cannot complete request. Market discovery strategy failed with an error. Oh, I okay already open. Huh? All are good. Multiple are open. Just search with cucumber. It will open that plugin actually. Why it is showing multiple? Okay, okay. Let me open here. You will find this symbol, green symbol, right? You are seeing right in my Eclipse. Just it will show something like that. We have to just install that plugin. Right, we'll see. Okay, Kumbar. Oh, I think I am getting some issue. I don't know what is this? Cannot parse XML, URL, marketplace. Okay, that is fine. Right, I will check on it. Just you just right type the cucumber in the marketplace. Right, just we will install it. It will in a green color. Right, whatever you are seeing in my Eclipse. Right, right like this you will get it. Just install that. Then only our cucumber feature files will remember. Otherwise, it will not recognize. Right. Otherwise, if it is not working, we can go with the right public. Right. We can also search the plugins online, and we can also install it by using that also. Right. Suppose a Cucumber plugin for Eclipse. Cucumber Eclipse plugin. Let's see this one. We can just right. We can drag and suppose we have to how to install it. We can go to window help install new software. Now we can go to install new software. We can drag and drop. Right. You can drag this and keep it drag and drop like this. Right, we can do this way also. If suppose Eclipse Marketplace we are getting some issues, we can also install like this. Right, just I am canceling it. Right, these are the multiple ways we can install the Cucumber plugin into our Eclipse. Right, once it is installed, right, then first thing in the feature file, if you want to write, suppose, right, you have to write the feature, right, colon, no space, don't give any space, feature, and then we have to give the right a high level description of that. Right, something verify, right, login, right, verify login, something functionality. Right, just doing right. Right, we can after feature, right, give the any some meaningful functionality of the high level functionality of the feature. Then we have to give the scenario. Don't give any space. Scenario colon. Then we can give the scenario. No? Right, verify with the valid credentials. Right, verify login functionality with valid credentials. Maybe we can write any number of scenarios here. Unsuccessful login with invalid credentials. Okay, login with empty fields. Right, and then scenario what it will contain. Under feature we will have a multiple scenarios. Scenario means test case. We can have a one scenario, one feature will have multiple scenarios. Each scenario will have a steps. Scenario will have a steps. If you want to validate the valid credential, I want to log into the application, I want to verify whether login functionality working or not. What are the steps? Right, first step, it will starts with always given. Right, we should always starts with the given. These are all the Gherkin keywords. Right, these are all Gherkin keywords. Given. Given means right something we have. Right, if you want to log into the page, you should have a URL. Right, given I am on the login page. Right, currently given I am on the login page. Right, next step. Right, given when I entered username or password. Right, we can some naming conventions. You can here some meaningful sentences we have to give. That's it. Everyone should understandable meaningful names. Right, you no need to follow right particular. I have to use like this only. These should be meaningful sentences. Everyone should understand. Right. When I enter valid username password and I click on the we can use instead of and I can use the when right but it will be right if we give and means what and I click on the login button. Once we do this one right then right what is the result I want to verify then I should redirect it to dashboard page something right you can mention whatever right page I should navigate to login right account page or here something dashboard page and what and validate the some message right you want to verify whether it is successfully login or not. I should see welcome message right it will always start with the given means like a precondition right given and then when you do some action right when means when you do some action and then response validation right? Given, when, then. These two. In between, if you want to add, we will add multiple. That means and when it will come, you want to do multiple actions. Then we will give and. Right here, you want to validate one more. Right, anything you want to validate and. Right, multiple things you want to validate. I should see username displayed on the dashboard. Right, you can add multiple and conditions. Right here, there is no restriction. You can use then also, but it's right. It is always advised to have a right one given, one when, one then. Right, remaining will combine with the and. Right, like this we can write steps under scenario. Right, these are all the steps. Right, just follow the right. Don't give after scenario like this colon. Right, don't give space. After that, you can give the space, but before that, don't give any space. We will get issues. Right, in future also, future colon. Right. Now, see in the latest Eclipse, right? It will it also show run button, debug button, these buttons also. We directly we can run if you want to run this scenario, we can run directly from here. But if we click on it, what will happen? Right. Currently there is no step definition. So it is saying you can implement a missing steps, missing steps. Right, we have to write some piece of code, right? What to execute it. This is just a normal plain old English. That's it. Right, these are the steps. But we have to implement the code. Where to implement code? That is next file step definition class. Right, we will in the future file what we will have? We will have a feature, describe the high level functionality, scenario, right? A concrete example or use case. Then we will have a given when then. Given sets up the initial context precondition like and when means it will describe the action and then outcome, right? Then it will define the expected outcome. Right, here one more is just a example e-commerce application, add item to shopping cart. Right, if we want to add to the application, right, we can write a scenario like add product to the cart from product listing. Right, you can add like this. Right, you understand, right? What given means user is logged into e-commerce website and what he will do. Then user is on laptops category page. Right. This is like a precondition. If we have a multiple steps, suppose precondition also multiple steps are there, then we can combine with and given and when and then and like that. We can combine if we have a multiple very lengthy scenario. Steps are more, then we will combine with the and. Right. It's better always don't combine very lengthy code in single step. Right. We can just in the given itself, we can complete everything. Right. That is not the purpose of Cucumber. Right. By using this feature file, we should understand what we are doing. So it's always better to very small code. Each step, write the steps. That will be very better, easy to understand it. Right. Now, second file. Right. What is the second file we require? We required a step definition file. We required a step definition file. What is step definition file? Right. Each step will have one right in step definition file. Each step we will write a some annotations will be there. Right. Same annotation. Given means at the rate given, at the rate when, at the rate then. Right. Then we have to create the step definition file. Right. To right. Right. Logic should be executed. Right. This is just a simple file, but where the logic will be that will be under step definition. Where we will create our steps, we'll create under src test java, right click package, uh, that will create a step to def something step definitions. Okay, create. Right, under this we will create a java class. Right, step definition means like a java class. Right, login steps. Right, create a finish. Right. Right, we have clicked on it. Right, if you run in it, it will show the steps. Right, missing steps. Right, we no need to write manually. Right, you can copy these things. Right, all steps it will generate. Right, automatically missing steps. Just we can right copy paste it. Right, just import it. What is the shortcut to import? Control Shift to O. If you Control Shift to O, it will import automatically. These are all keywords. Right, just delete. We don't require this throws keyword. Okay, fine. Now if you run it again, right, see, it is recognizing those steps. But just we'll keep it some system.out.println statements. Okay, just we'll keep it navigated to login page. Read something that is just a system.out.println and click on the button. Then I should redirect it to something dashboard page. Right, these are all right. Just a system, just anything you can keep it just to know. Just a system.out statements. Right click on it. See, it is executing. Those steps are executing. Navigated to login page, entering username, password, clicking on the login successful. Right. In real time, what will happen if you are integrating with the Selenium? We will write a Selenium steps there. Right. Instead of just these things, we will write a those things we'll see later. Right. Selenium. Right. Corresponding to each step. If you want to write manually, we can also write it. Right. You can write for given. First step, if you take given, what we have to do at the rate given, but this exact syntax should match with this line. Right. Exact this. See, suppose if it is not matching, right? If it is not matching, suppose you have given something else, something by mistake. Right. Now you try to run it again. Let's see, it is a you can implement the missing steps. It is saying this step is not available. Right. It should be exactly whatever there in the future file. It should match with the same name. Right. Then we have to give the when. Right. And you can give and also. Right. There is no issue. If you give and or when, there is no issue with that. If you give and or when, fine. Both are fine. Right. Then same name we have to give in the brackets. And this name can be anything. Right. Public void. This can be some meaningful name. Same thing. Usually we will give same name. Usually we will give as a same name. Right. We can give any name. It will not restrict anything. But inside this annotation, it must be same as the feature file, whatever we have given. Right. Suppose if you want to run second one. Right. Already see, I am on login page is there. I entered see invalid username. Right, these reusable steps, right? This can reuse these steps, right? For every scenario, we no need to write again and again steps, right? This step reusable steps. These can be reusable, right? I am on the login page. This can be reused, but this is the different step. We have to, if you run it, what it will say? It will say implement the missing steps, right? It will say missing steps. Right, then we can what are the missing steps? We can add those missing steps in the log. Right, for invalid scenario. Right, that's it. Right, like this only we no need to write common steps will be there and then unique steps also be there. Right, whenever unique step is there, we have to write it in step definition file. It should match it. Right, directly we can run from Cucumber file, but usually we will run from right runner file. right? This is the second file, step definition file, mapping file, right? We are mapping future file steps with the step definition file, step definition file, right? Sometimes you may get issues how to generate this manually. Also, we can write it down, right? Manual also you can write it down instead of manual, right? Just you can click on this. If you use the latest Eclipse and the latest Cucumber plugin, then only you will see. If you are using existing Eclipse, right, you may not see this run button or something, right? These are all available in the latest version. Suppose you don't have this one, right? Then how you will get missing steps, right? How you will get missing steps, that right? That we will see. Right. Second file is the first file is feature file. Second one is the mapping file, that is step definition file. Right. It will step definition file. It will contain all the feature scenario given when and but also we can use in the feature file. We can also use but. Sometimes if you require a but, we can also use the but. Right. Given when then and but. Background we'll see later. Scenario outline examples. These we will see. These we will see later. We'll see now. Right. A runner file. Right. Suppose sometimes we cannot run from the feature file directly. Right. We cannot run from this feature file. In that case, what we can do, we can create a runner file. We will create one more runners. We can create any number of runners. Usually we will maintain only one runner. Right. In runner class, right, we will have a first thing is run with, right. We want to run with Cucumber. See, it is saying if you use the latest right, latest versions of Cucumber. This is the latest version currently we are using. If you use the latest version, what it is saying, this is the JUnit 4 style of running. This is the JUnit 4. Right, it is saying deprecated. Right, these are all deprecated. Right, until JUnit 4 is until 7.14.0. Right, until 7.14.0, we can see the JUnit 4 style of running. JUnit 4 style of running. For now also it will support, but it will say all are deprecated. Right, all are deprecated. Run with, and then we require a Cucumber options. Right, we require a Cucumber option. In Cucumber options, what are the right, Cucumber options? Right, if you want, right, you can add the suppress warnings. Right, just I think it is not so. Right, it is already deprecated. That means in the future versions, these are all deleted. They are giving the warning. Right, they are giving warning saying that in the future versions, it will be deleted. It will be deleted. So we'll see. Uh, okay. Now in the Cucumber options, what are the important things? Right. At the rate Cucumber options, first thing is we have to give the run with. This is just to suppress the warnings. That's it. Right. Right. First thing is run with Cucumber dot class. Then at the rate Cucumber options. What are the options? We have to tell where the feature files are. First thing is we have to tell where the feature our feature files, where it is under src test resources slash features. Under this feature files are there. Glue code. What is the glue code? Step definitions. Glue code means step definition. Where is our glue code? Under step defs. Under step defs. And then plugin we will see later. Right, plugin currently we don't require. These two things we will see. We will try to run it. Whether it is running or not, we'll see. By using right click run as a JUnit test. We have to run as a, this is a JUnit style of running. So JUnit. Let's see, it is working fine. Great, it is working fine. This is the old one or latest one. Let me run it again. Right, we are running using runner class. What is happening? It will run all the scenarios. It will run all the scenarios. Right. Like a test engine, if you have a one class, multiple test cases, if you give the entire class name, what will happen? It will run all. Similarly, it will run here all the scenarios. Right. If you see J into open, first scenario is success, second scenario is success, third scenario is failed. Why? There are some undefined steps are there. Right. Suppose before this, before running, I want to verify all the steps are right implemented or not. All the steps are implemented or not. Right. For that, we have a one thing dry run. We have to add the one more tag attribute called dry run. What it will do? Dry run true. What it will do? It will verify all the steps are verified, all the steps are implemented or not. If not implemented, it will show us, right? It will show us which are not implemented. See, it will show which are not implemented here. Right? It will not run anything. See, in the console, we did not see anything. Right? It will not run any scenarios. Just it will provide whether all the steps are implemented. If any steps are missed, it will provide that these steps are missed. Please implement it. Sometimes what will happen? We will give dry run true and we will forget it. All right. Next time we will confuse about it. Right? Why our scenarios are not running? Why future files are not running? We will confuse about it. Right? We must be right. This is the one thing we must keep it in mind. It should be false. Then only it will run the scenario. Otherwise, it will not run. Right. Otherwise, it will not run. Right. In the first time, right, you have implemented a feature file and then suppose there is no step definition. I will comment it out everything. Okay. Right now running. Create the runner file and then keep the dry run true. Keep the dry run true and then run it. It will generate what it will generate a step definition. We don't need to write manually, right? It will generate automatically. Right, it will generate automatically. See, it is generating with underscore. Right, it is generating with the underscore. Sometimes we want a camel case. Right, sometimes we want like a right camel case. For that we have to add this snippets. Right, we have to add snippets. Right, we can add anywhere. Right, just one more attribute called snippet. Snippets. Right, we import snippets. What it is saying? Cannot convert snippet to cucumber option snippet. Import. Import is yeah. We have to import this one. Cucumber options snippet type. Right. What it will tell? Camel case means just will run and see. You will get the difference. It will generate as a see. I am a caps on right. You know if you know the Java. Right, how to write the Java camel case syntaxes. Whenever you are writing a methods, we will follow class names, right? Camel case syntax. Right, it will not, it will generate with a camel case instead of underscore. Right, if you want underscore, you can change it to underscore. Right, mostly we will use, right, camel case is the best one. Right, we can use anything, but camel case is looks good. Right, if you use the underscore, it will generate a step definition with underscore. Right. Then if you want to run, don't forget this one, make it as a false if you want to run. Otherwise, it will not run. Right. Then run it. Okay. Now it will run all because all are failed. Why it is failed, we have commented out. Just control Z. Okay. Now run it again. Right. It is running. No. Right. One more is it is not implemented two steps for the negative scenario. It got failed. Right. Next important thing. Right. What else we have? Tags we will see later. Glue code, plugins will see, and monochrome. Right. If you give monochrome, right. Suppose if you see observe console how it is printing, right, just a plain. it is printing, right? Just if we give this monochrome, okay, monochrome equal to true. Now run it again. Mm, mm, mm. Where it is, then still running same way. Um, okay, true. Terminal output should be without colors. Okay, monochrome false. It should show in some colors. I don't know why it is not showing. Okay, let me check it here. It should show in some colors actually. Something is missing. Right, in the while printing the output, like it should show like this. Right, scenario it will show each step it will show, and then each step again it will show the what is the steps we have executed. Right, it should show like this, but maybe we are using the latest version, but we are using tags are old, right? Maybe because of that it is showing plain only. Right, it is already deprecated, right? Maybe if you revert back to old one means we have to use the 7.14.0. Right, we'll see this one. We'll check because of that only happening, or we'll change to 7.14.0. Right, still, right, a lot of people using JNet 4 only. Okay, if we say, if we observe Maven dependencies, right, it is automatically, it will change the versions, right? Now, if we observe here, there is no that warnings and deprecated messages. There are no deprecated messages. Now we will try monochrome true, then run it. Okay, I think still we are getting same thing. I think something we are missing here. Okay, that's fine. That is not that much important. One thing is okay. I think pretty plugin we are missing. This is the plugin that we are missing. That plugins we'll see later. Just will add. I think because of this, it is not showing that. Let's see. It is fine now. Right. Not because of version, because of this pretty plugin. This pretty plugin is displaying in a feature step, and then what are the steps under what validations we have done under it. We have kept a system.out.write. It is printing under each step. Right, this is not that much, right? Just to look it, right? That's it. Looks wise, that was right, somewhat good. Right. Our important is final goal is a report only, right? We will verify almost a report only, right? Finally, that we will see that later. Just today's class, right? Up to this one, right? What is the feature file? First one, feature file. Feature will contain a feature scenario given when then and but. Right, we can write any number of scenarios under one feature, and after that mapping file, step definition file. Right, a step definition. Step definition file should match with the given whatever the same in the feature file, whatever the characters we have given. Same thing in the feature file in the annotation. Same thing it should match. But method name can be anything. Right, method name can be anything, but this description should be matched with. Then only it will recognize. Right, if you want to navigate directly, right? Suppose if you have a after long time, you will have a hundreds of features. Right, it is very difficult where it is this step is. Right, how to navigate? Maybe you can sometimes it will show here. But if it is not showing, click on F3. Right, F3. Mm, sometimes right. That is the problem with the Eclipse. This one not recognized. Here we will see. Let's see F3. It will go. Right. If we click on F3, usually it will go into step definition. Right. It is going. Okay, fine. Right. That is any questions? Anyone has any questions? That's it for today. If you have anything, you can raise your hand. Maybe all are new. Right. If you don't have any questions, we'll meet tomorrow. Right. Yeah. Thanks for joining. Thank you all.